Nikki Kosko. I attended Emory's Goizueta Business School for my MBA. I just graduated in May of 2023. I'm going to be starting my career with PwC as a senior associate in consulting starting this fall. Before my MBA, I was working in a sales role in the hospitality industry. So I was responsible for group meetings and events, planning things like hotel room blocks or conferences or even government and educational meetings. I decided to pursue my MBA because I was looking to get into a more business-oriented role. In my previous work experience in sales and the hospitality industry, I had a lot of good communication and people skills, but I really wanted to build up my quantitative problem-solving skills. So I knew that earning my MBA would help me move into a more business-oriented role after I graduated. I chose Emory for my degree for a couple of reasons. The first is that I was looking for a smaller class size where I could really get to know my fellow classmates and professors. And Emory's program size is really conducive for that. So I found myself making a lot of really good relationships with my fellow classmates, but almost or equally importantly with my professors as well, to be able to leverage their knowledge and their connections in the community. And the second reason is that I wanted to stay in a big city like Atlanta. Obviously, Atlanta is a huge city here in the Southeast with lots of Fortune 500 companies. And Emory has a lot of connections to these companies. And so it really made the job search, the internship search a lot more robust being in a city like Atlanta. And then lastly, I was looking for a program where I was going to be really challenged. One of Goizueta's core values is rigor, and the program is certainly rigorous, but definitely worth it. It paid off in the end. So I think student life is really active. Emory is in Atlanta, not necessarily in downtown, but very close to all the action. There's a lot going on. Student life is active, it's fun. The business school puts on a lot of activities. Specifically, there's an event every week on Thursdays called Kegs, keeping everyone at Goizueta social. So Thursday afternoons, there's a big party of sorts out in the courtyard. There's food and drinks, usually live music with the DJ. And it's just a chance for everybody, including pets, professors, partners, to come out and just kind of enjoy each other and socialize towards the end of the week. Luckily in graduate school, well, at Emory, we don't have classes on Fridays, so Thursday afternoon is the start of the weekend. So it's a really good chance to kind of just unwind, get to talk to each other outside of that classroom environment and just enjoy each other. My journey to becoming a senior associate at PwC was unique. So going into business school, I was looking into more traditional human resource roles that I wanted to pursue after I graduated. And as the recruiting process started in my first semester, I was talking to different firms and I learned about human capital consulting. And I have the people skills from my previous sales role, but I wanted the problem solving aspect as well in my new career. And so human capital consulting was a really good mesh of those two. I was talking to a lot of different practitioners at PwC and I found myself just really enjoying the conversations. And I started to kind of envision myself working alongside all the people that I was getting to talk to. So after a lot of behavioral preparation, casework, I landed a summer internship, which was great. I had a really awesome team who got me up to speed quickly on the project, kind of threw me in head first, but was there to hold my hand a little bit along the way as I was kind of stepping into something I had never done before. And my team also really cared about me professionally, but also personally. They cared about my goals and what I wanted to do in the future. And so by the end of the summer, I found myself with a full-time offer and I will be starting as an associate in the fall. I will be working specifically on human capital projects within the deals practice. So any M&A activity, a company that's being bought or sold, I'll be working specifically on the human resource work stream. So that can include separation management, integration management, work around change, communications, and also organizational design. So what is the organization going to look like when the two companies merge on day one? How are the work streams going to be combined, and what is it going to look like going forward? The biggest challenge from transitioning from the hospitality industry into consulting is definitely, like I mentioned earlier, the quantitative skills that I'm going to have to be using and the problem-solving skills. Previously, I had the softer skills in sales that I had to really showcase, like working with people all the time and helping them manage what they were looking for in a meeting or an event. And so transitioning into consulting, we're looking at it from a bigger picture on the back end, right? So the things that these people aren't thinking about, what their organization is going to look like in the future, how are they going to operate in a whole new environment, and being able to kind of think ahead and understand and solve the problems before they even come up is definitely a big challenge, and something that I'm also looking forward to. A course that was really important to me and helpful in the consulting industry in my internship, but will also be helpful in the future, is the Impact course at Goizueta, taught by Professor Lynn Siegel. It's basically a problem-solving course and teaches you how to solve a problem within a team. And so I got to work on a real world project for a real client during business school in my second semester. And we were basically handed a problem and had the whole semester to work it out and present real impactful advice for how to solve that problem, why it needs to be solved now. And I think that the Impact course is so important and so helpful, and something that's really unique to Goizueta. And you know, whether you're going into consulting or not, you're always going to be solving problems and you're always going to be working in teams. And I think that's why it was so valuable to me. The biggest surprise from the program was the relationships that I made. Business school is a 2-year program, and you think you're going in to get a job and you're going out and that's it. But you really form these lifelong relationships. You meet classmates that are going through the same rigorous program and classes that you are, and you bond through that. And then you also form relationships with the professors and the staff. As I mentioned earlier, professors are there to really help you and get you to where you want to go in the future. They have so many amazing connections. Before they were professors, they were working in their industry, and they were professionals in their industry. And so they have a lot of great connections. So I think the support that you get from professors and staff, but also from your classmates who are going through this amazing experience with you was something that surprised me the most. If you're thinking about business school, you're not sure whether to apply or not, my biggest advice is to go for it. This experience has been invaluable and essential to my future career, especially if you're looking to make a career change like mine. I could not have gotten into consulting without going to business school. I think it was so essential to my development, professionally, and getting those business skills that I really needed to make a career change, but also that it helped me develop relationships that are going to carry me through the rest of my career. The environment at Goizueta is really supportive, and I think that also comes through with the small class size. So everybody is really friendly with each other. You get to know the program office, the people that are supporting you in your journey, and the professors are really there for you, and they're there to help you find opportunities. They'll help leverage their own networks to get you an internship offer or get you in touch with someone that you may not have been able to beforehand. I feel like the opportunities at Emory, again, being in a big city like Atlanta, Emory has so many good connections to the large companies that are here. And it really helps when it comes time to recruiting. You're able to kind of get your foot in the door a little bit more easily, and you feel really supported based on, the smaller class size, the environment that Emory and Goizueta have really built up. I got my internship, yes, through Emory, and more specifically, I want to shout out the PwC Emory MBA alumni. Those are the people that recruited me. You know, I made really good relationships with them when they came on campus. I was really interested in their work. And again, I just found myself really enjoying my conversations. So the Career Management Center at Emory is very helpful with helping you with the recruiting process, helping you with applications, cover letters, resume, whatever it may be, networking, being able to tell your story and get how you're going to be valuable to your next firm, how you're going to bring your skills and really help them in the future. So it was through the Career Management Center, the Emory Alumni Network, and overall just, again, fellow classmates and professors is how I found the job at PwC. It's very easy to fall into imposter syndrome. I certainly dealt with it many times throughout my MBA when you feel like you're really not good enough or you feel like you don't have the skills needed to be successful. And that's really just not true. Especially if you have previous work experience, you have skills that are unique and that you're good at that you will bring to the table. And so I think that the combination of previous work experience and the skills that you're going to pick up in MBA school will really lead you to nothing but success in your next career.